I'd do anything to protect my mother. If someone would want to do something so cruel as burn my mother alive, that calls for a response that is equally as severe. I've lived a life where I mind my own business. My mother did too. But we couldn't help that the youngest had an evil streak. Always lying. Always sneaking. Never an honest day in her life. And she would put people up to packing things in our outdoor electrical outlets in order to burn the house down with us in it, including our mother. It's bad enough, my burning alive. But our mother, too? However people want to see me, you go right ahead. But I want you to remember this. I didn't do anything until people attacked me first. If someone wants to murder my mother, but in such a horrible way, that requires an unconventional response that otherwise would have never been heard of, never uttered, never even thought of. If someone threatens to burn your mother's house down with her in it, how do you know what else is going on in their minds? How do you know that they aren't going to follow your mother? How do you know they're not going to follow you? Then there's my sister. She makes her threats from afar, behind closed doors, beating around bushes. Today she sends a recommended video titled, "I Hate You." If you hate me so much, then why would you have anything to do with me? I've never done anything wrong to you or anyone else. Neither did Mom. You're a spoiled brat who never had to work for a single thing your whole life. Self-indulgent, two-faced, gold digger, bridge burner, and liar. The only reason you hate me is because I possess the things that you would only kill for. And you'll never have a moment's confidence, because confidence requires honesty. There's not a single honest thing about you. You're a coward at best. You're a liar at best. All the things that happened to Mom and her being threatened by burning alive, that is all because of you. That is all because you're a coward. Never lived a more cowardly person, ever. That you would dare send people to sabotage our own mother's house in order to burn her alive. You are a despicable wretch. You are the lowest form of humanity. Never has a lower form of shit ever existed. You're disgraceful. You have no honor. You have no honesty. You have no confidence because you have nothing to be confident in. The qualities and character that Mom raised you to have, you failed. You failed. And now you're a despicable wretch that spends her whole life trying to take down the one person who has the things that you'll never have. The things that you will never have. These are things that only honesty and goodness and truth could ever bring out in a person. You don't have those things. You're none of those things. Anything honorable that a human being has in them, you have nothing. You're a liar. You say that you're going to make me look bad through recommended video. And you say you hate me through recommended video. Is there anything that you don't do indirectly? Is there anything that you don't do through recommended video? YouTube said that they dumped you. Who the hell could blame them? You didn't just bring terror to my life or Mom's life. You haven't dumped your lies and your mistakes out on just me and Mom, but you did it for YouTube too. You have disgraced yourself. No one sees you in a single light of respect and dignity. I find you to be disgraceful. I find you to be disgusting. And I find you to be dishonest and unworthy of being a human being, of being our mother's daughter, of being my sister. You're a liar. You're a sneak. You're a fake. You're a phony. And everything you've ever done in your life has only produced one thing. And that is zero. You've never had to work for a single thing your whole life. Bragging about his money as if it's yours. Bragging about his way of life. Bragging about his prestige. That's not your prestige. That never was your prestige. The only prestige you ever had was what he decided you were going to have. There's not a single legitimate thing about you. And the one way that you can hide from that truth is through people giving you that proverbial pat on the back. And that will help you to hide from your disgrace, hide from your failures, hide from your phoniness. Well, you can't get that because you have nothing to offer the world with regards to intellect, with regards to character, with regards to anything that produces anything that is quality out of a human being. You're a failure. You married him so that you could hold his money over other people's heads, and say, look up at me. Look up at me, everybody. Look up at me. When you told us that he cut you off from the spending privileges, not a single one of us were surprised. Not a single one of us. We knew that day was coming because you used him. You use everybody. You used the people of YouTube. Yeah, they made some big mistakes. They made some dumb mistakes. But they had a choice. And just like everyone else, you sabotage in life. They trusted you that the things you were saying about me were true, which they were not. But because they decided to be immature about the whole thing, they decided to make a joke out of it. Well, the joke isn't funny anymore for them or anybody. And all that's standing is you, all by yourself, without any dignity at all. You are a disgrace.